fancy meeting you all here. We're going live in my group, Intuitive Angel Messages, through Facebook. And today we're going to be channeling Erik. And I have a special guest coming on live with me today, the medium Paul Milgis. Paul is also going to be coming along with me on this journey for the Starseed Experience course, which I'm super pumped about. And here he is. He's coming on to join me live. There we go. So I'm just adding him on with me, and then we're going to be off to the races. If those of you that don't know about Erik, Erik is a well-known celebrity on the other side, if you want to say that. And he often channels through mediums over on his mom's YouTube channel called Channeling Erik. And we're going to be bringing him through today, not only for his guidance for all of us, but also to relay guidance for you individually. But also, I really wanted to ask him questions about what he thinks about the Schumann resonance spiking the way that it is, and also the solar flares. So yeah, that's definitely one thing that we're noticing recently. Hey, Paul, is like it's off the charts these days.
Yeah, the energy has been pretty intense, pretty crazy.
When are you noticing the energy spiking for you?
I usually notice at nighttime. It gets really intense, and then I can't like sleep at night a lot of the time, which is kind of annoying.
At times. It goes through the roof, and then there's like overactive mind, overthinking, just and your heart starts to pound a little faster, and it's just like really intense at nighttime.
Yeah, a lot of tossing and turning, and it feels like you just can't get any sleep, basically.
Yeah. And it can go for several days, up to a week. It usually goes ebbs and flows, but it's definitely something that we need to be grounding our energy often in order to help us come back into our vessels and to ground this energy that's flowing through us. Especially when the solar flares started really kicking off, I noticed that I really felt like I needed to ground more often just to get the energy through me and into the earth more. So if we're indoors all the time, or if we're on our devices all the time, it's going to be extra for you.
Yeah, I'm on my devices a lot because of social media, and it does definitely take a toll on you sometimes because you just really focused on, clicking here, clicking there, and it's not the best thing for your groundedness.
Probably coming off of our devices maybe a good 2-3 hours before we go to bed at night. Maybe going outside for a walk or leaning on a tree, probably good. Hey, everybody's coming on. I see you all. I see you. But so when I was reading up on the solar flares, the scientists, the professionals, are saying that the solar flares are to kick off and be even more intensified in 2025. That's when they're anticipating. So one wonders, are they anticipating the solar flares to be kicking off now? Because they are. They're kicking off big time. Which is matching up with the Schumann, isn't it? It's not a big surprise when we see the solar flares and then we look at the Schumann and we go, both. But also, the Schumann's kicking off even when there aren't solar flares. And do you know why that might be?
I don't know.
Well, I think it's probably just incoming ascension frequency from source energy that's washing over the planet. At least that's what I'm shown. Just a lot of white light washing coming through. What I'm showing is like a whole bunch of like white light coming through space and washing over the planet. So,
yeah, the Schumann and the solar flares, I like to look at those sometimes.
Yeah.
But usually I kind of look at things as like blocks, as in, okay, this spring, this is what the energy is going to be like. I get the sense from spirit, and then then the winter, or this winter or something is going to be different, and then I kind of I see how it is every once in a while.
And like this summer, I've been saying this spring and summer, better, go out and enjoy yourselves, because come fall, winter, it's going to be purging time again. Hunkering down, slowing down. So it's going to be really important to really go out there and enjoy yourselves while we can during the spring and summer. So important. So important. So let's chat with Erik and just see what he'd like to relay. And maybe I'll take the reins first, and then you can see what he would like to say through you.
Okay. Yeah, I've never channeled Erik on camera before. I've always seen other people channeling him a lot, and he's come into my life quite a few times.
Yeah.
And he kind of comes in really strong. I've noticed, like,
Yeah.
he's really good at getting your attention.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
like, if you're just driving in the car or something, I'm like, what is that? it's like really strong in my ear or something, and it's like really strong sensation on my temple. I'm like, he's like sticking in my eye or something. It's just not a normal spirit does not act like that.
Yeah, he's purposely trying to get our attention a lot of the time, like pretty much. What I see him doing, he's right behind me, and what do you want me to do? Something like this. Hello, hey peeps. He wants me to do this. I haven't seen him do that before. Hey peeps. Okay, so. Okay, do you want to slow that down a little bit? He's off to the races. Kristin's brain woke up about an hour and a half ago, so maybe you want to slow it down a little bit. Okay, let's see where he's going to take me. All right. Once we get going, I can catch up with him, but in the beginning, I'm like, could you just give me the PG rated version? All right. Okay, he wants to talk about, what's taking place on Earth and what we can expect moving forward with the Schumann. It's going to go up, 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 up. He's doing this. It's going to go up, up, up. Okay. And so we can anticipate more spikes, higher spikes, more energy, more ascension symptoms, more intense feelings, and more intense feelings, sensations, experiences. More. He's showing like we went through what we went through in the winter, and now we're adjusting into the spring, and we're in the direction of moving. We're in prime location, prime position to move forward and anchor more light and lift in frequency now. So it's an ebb and flow. So right now we're going to be going up, and we are going to be feeling quite a bit better. Things will start moving much more in our favor. And then coming towards the fall, it's going to be a lot of slowing down, resting, purging, relaxing as best we can. And we might notice, and we might feel, it'll feel like possibly the weight of the world upon our shoulders as we're feeling the heaviness getting purged from the planet. So as it comes up, we're sensing and feeling it. Might feel a bit heavier.
That's exciting.
Yeah, good times. He's also talking about me, because I told you guys, like, I'm lighting candles left, right, and center over last winter, like candles, which is helping to clear the space and it just helped to transmute the energy. So he's teasing me about that, me lighting candles all the time. Okay, he's ready to come through you now.
Okay, yeah, I did. Right before you said that, I felt them kind of coming through my third eye.
He was pointing at you.
I'm like, oh gosh, I'm
Here he comes! He's coming!
I felt him kind of like stemming off of what you're saying is like sometimes we're just going to be releasing some things like during the purging, like whether it's like emotional blocks. and that's all part of the process. He's talking about how it's like a collective effort of everyone here on the planet. Of when they incarnated, everyone's soul is here at this time, and it's like a collective effort on the other side as well. He's also saying we're not here to do everything for you guys. We're not. You're gonna have to do some of the work yourselves. Oh God. He's like pointing at the people out there who want things to speed up. He's like, oh, you don't want things to speed up. You don't want things to speed up because they're not. It won't be fun. He's saying that there's just going to be spikes here and there, and then it's going to be slower at times, and there's going to be more spikes. But he's also saying that these spikes are going to be more frequent in the future, that we're just going to be peaking at more times. He's just kind of saying, you guys are fine. You're going to be fine. You'll be fine. Maybe.
Sometimes it doesn't feel that way, though. I mean, honestly, it feels like, oh my God, how much more energy and light frequency can I permeate through my vessel? I don't know. But then it backs off. And also, you know, we can ask them to step it back, right? Like, I can't take it that much tonight. Could you step it back? And your team will shield you partially from it to slow it down a bit for you. So that's the good thing. One question I wanted to ask Erik is, you know, the solar flares, are we anticipating those are going to kick off for the rest of this year into next year or what's going to happen with that? He's doing this thing where he's like in front of the sun and he's trying to do a rap song and he's got his hand out and he's going boom. Here comes the, he's using a word.
I feel like I see him in front of the sun, like with his hands up there, like being blasted by the energy or something.
Basically, so it's not lava, because you know lava would come from like a volcano, but he's using the wording like solar lava or solar magma. So anyways, let's see what else he wants to say. You keep cracking me up. I'm gonna have a hard time channeling you. It's gonna keep coming, folks. It's gonna keep coming. Hang in there. It's really going to be like spikes. He keeps saying the word spikes, and then he uses ebb and flows like that. But we need this, he says. We need this, but it has to come bit by bit, because otherwise we may not be able to handle too much at once. So it's really important that it's ebb and flow. Okay. All right. Do you want to say anything else before we get to questions? Oh, yeah, that's right. Thank you. One thing I wanted to ask Erik is, what are some of his Starseed Origins that he's tried out in other different vessels? Like, you know, you've had predominantly avian lifetimes, blue avian. Mm-hmm. I've had predominantly Pleiadian lifetimes, and of course, Earth. So what are some of your, you know, top 3 lifetimes, Erik? Origins, I should say. Do you want to channel that one?
I feel Arcturian is one of them.
Okay. I'm also getting Andromedan.
Is Pleiadian one of them? I'm not sure.
Pleiadian?
Maybe not.
You know what he seems like to me? Like he's tried out at least 7 different go-arounds and tried out this and that. Like he's all about checking it out. Trying. Okay, sorry. He likes to check things out. He likes to explore. He's curious. But if we were to go for the top 3, it's Arcturian, Andromedan,
Maybe
Earth.
Syrian? Syrian?
I'm
No.
also getting Earth. Well, yeah. It wouldn't be a surprise if it was Pleiadian Syrian because he's checking things out. He just gave me 2 thumbs up on what you just said.
I don't think he has had many lifetimes in some of those other ones, though.
No,
I
not
think
many. He's just in and checking them out, seeing if he likes it. So the top would be those top 3. Yeah. Oh, those are yours too, eh, Toby? And so, which one do you like best? You know what he's saying? He likes the other side. He loves the other side because it's really high vibrational and wonderful. But that doesn't negate from putting in the work, putting in the energy, putting in the time in these experiences and enjoying them to the fullest. And he says there's some things that you get to enjoy here that you won't be able to do on the other side. So it's really important that you enjoy this to the fullest while you're here. It won't last forever. Okay, awesome. Now, I'm going to answer this question coming up from Toby. Your question is in regards to selling your house. You know, Toby, sometimes spirit will guide you to do something, but we don't necessarily know what the next step is going to be. But as long as you know that that step is the right step and it feels good and it feels right to you, then that's all that matters. And the beautiful thing about spirit, whether it's Erik or anyone, is that we step off and we take the first action step, and then we'll just see where they guide us next. They'll catch you. They'll guide you. They're not going to let you topple over, right? So in regards to your question, you're doing a leap. Is it a leap of faith though? Really, is it? Because if it feels right, you're just doing exactly what your intuition, your gut feeling, and your team is guiding you to do. So you're following your internal guidance system, which is awesome. So is Toby moving in the right direction? And I get a total yes on that. And you know that. You know you're moving in the right direction. I'm seeing your daughter and I'm seeing warmer weather. Are you moving closer to her or nearby there? That's what I'm seeing, is going to warmer weather nearby your daughter. Okay, anything else on that one? You don't necessarily need to know everything that's going to happen next. Just know that you'll have the resources and the funds to get moving again, because stagnancy has played out for too long now. And it's to the point where in order to get the ball moving again, this is a great way to do that. And they're really happy for you, and they're really proud of you for listening and paying attention and taking these action steps. And that's coming from your female guardian angel. Erik, you want to say anything on that? You want to channel Erik on that one, Paul?
I don't know. One thing I was going to say is just changing your environment like that is going to always helps get things moving. Because
totally.
if you're in the same old environment all the time, it's sometimes impossible just to get moving.
Yeah. And you know, a lot of us like to hide away in the world, but ultimately that just leads to more stagnancy. I mean, I'm the type, when I grew up, I didn't like my sisters touching any of my stuff. I didn't like change. I don't like moving. You know, I just moved to a new location now, and like, it's just not a good time for me, but I do it because it needs to get done. But even if I had the option or the choice, I would move just to get the energy going, because stagnancy to me is not a good time, and is worse off than the unknown and getting the energy moving in the unknown. And the beautiful thing about facing things that you're fearful of or worried about is, over time, they don't have a grip on you anymore, and then you actually enjoy life more so moving forward. 13 years, long enough, eh, Toby? 13 years I'm reading. Time to go. Erik, you want to see if Erik wants to say anything, Toby?
Okay. I feel like he's just kind of saying smooth sails. There's just nothing to worry about there.
Yeah.
And all I get is that it's like it's in your hands. It's in your everything that you need is within you, and there's not like whatever you're gonna do next. It's just you already know. Yeah, that's what.
You know what else I'm getting, Toby, is you just soaking in the hot sun and the nice weather and just really relaxing and enjoying yourself. And there's a beauty in not knowing what's next. It's exciting. It's freeing. And they want you to just bask in that. Just, I don't know where I'm going next. Maybe I'm only here temporarily at my daughter's house for a little while. I don't know. And the excitement and the freeness of that, they want you to be that kind of spontaneous, exciting, and just relax and go with the flow. All right. Okay, Erik, what are some of the things that we can enjoy here but not on the other side? Lauren is asking. Ooh.
I keep hearing food.
Yeah, food's a big one. You know how many times Erik shows up in my car if I'm eating a pizza or something good, and he's like right on me, enjoying it through me, and like telling me, you better enjoy that. You really better enjoy that. I'm like, okay, can I like have some peace to eat like pizza by myself? So, yeah, food, sex, physical touch and intimacy. The chemicals that are released in your body during times of excitement, intimacy, the not knowing what others are thinking, at least for the time being, he says. Yep. And anything else? There's something he's honing in on you, Lauren, big time. So we're gonna
One thing I hear from him is like feeling the emotions in your body, like feeling them manifesting through your body and being able to express them in like a physical way or in a physical form.
Yeah, yeah.
Like whether it's through exercise or even just like experiencing emotion like through your body, like the butterflies in your stomach or the love in your heart, or just even like the sadness, just or something like that, just feeling the emotion and letting it out through your physical vessel can feel good, like crying or something. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. He really wants to say something to you directly, Lauren, and it's like really specific. So I'm going to hear what he wants to say. You got this earth thing, you know, Lauren. It's in your hands. Allow others to help you for the time being, but don't let them drag you down at the same time. Be around those who lift you up and make you feel good and help ground your energy. Because you need grounding, girl. You need grounding, and lots of it. Thank you. That's all I want to say. And he knows. It's a feeling like he knows where you're at because he himself was somewhat like that. He was like that when he was in his physical form, and he wished that he knew more of this, what he knows now, what he's relaying to you now. He wished he'd known that when he was in his physical form. He was just he just kind of sometimes go unchecked and a bit of a goofball and a bit quite ungrounded at times in his physical form, which led to, he's using the word his demise, but really his choices and exiting a little bit early, right? Yeah. So he's like, it's really important as to, you know, for those of us that are super ungrounded, or even for those of us that are feeling moody or depressed, it's really important that we watch who we are around, the food that we're ingesting, what we're watching, what we're reading, because all of that plays a role in how influencing us. And it's not going to be a good enough excuse to convince yourself that it sucks here and that you don't want to be here anymore, or you're not happy here, if you continue to participate and dabble in things that lead you off track or lead you astray, that lead you down a path of being even more unhappy, more ungrounded, more miserable. Okay, we also have to participate and play a role in our happiness. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Whew.
Yeah, some of the information that I was getting from him too, and this was a little bit from earlier as well, is that like the starseeds here on Earth, we are just a lot of us, we are kind of just starting to get stable footing, and when all of this is said and done, like after all this purging is done, we will kind of know more of a little bit of who we are, and then we'll have like more stable footing under us, because then we'll if we know more of who we are, then we're able to be a little bit more grounded in our vessels and stuff like that.
And you know, that's why we're doing this Starseed Experience course coming up May 15th until the 22nd, is to help each of us have more of a stable footing, to learn more about where you've come from and more in depth about who you truly are. And anyone that's ever taken our courses, my courses, and this one is a joint course between the two of us, me and Paul, it's about participating and actively learning and doing in my courses. I'm not just going to stand there and spew off knowledge to you, which I will, but that's not what the courses are all about. It's much more interactive in the comments, and of course during the beginner's course on camera with me, and during the 102 as well, but with me and the other teachers. But you know, it's one thing to talk about something and to learn it through the Starseed type groups on Facebook and to listen to what other Starseeds have to say. And it's a whole other thing to actually participate and actively follow along and learn and feel and do and be with these energies and actively listen in to what they would like to say to you. And where are you from? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Jacqueline. So true. I love your courses. Thank you. You know,
what I was going to say is there's a reason that we know quite a bit about starseeds, and that's like through experiences and experiencing their energy and feeling and knowing. And that's what we wanted to bring to a lot of people in this course, is so that people can experience what we have experienced too.
Yeah.
And
100%.
be able to experience these energies, all these different energies, and feel that. And so that's really awesome thing.
Yeah. And it's all good and well to read something or listen to someone talk about something. I could talk about this, you could talk about this, but this is active participation in learning it, you and them. And we're going to help facilitate that during this course, which is really important. And you know,
and I've had a lot of fun writing the ebook too, because I'm going to be able to just take people through like a journey through it, and just show people that we all have something in common here on Earth, a lot of these starseeds, and we can all relate to this. And that's one thing that I like about it, is that we get to just come together and just be together in this. It's not we're all alone and we have nothing, you know.
Yeah, we're not. We are so not alone. If you guys had any idea how not alone we are, you'd blow your socks right off your body. Like when you're driving the car, when you're eating pizza, they're all hanging out. They're with you, and we show you how to connect with them. We show you how to communicate with them. This isn't just about me sitting up or Paul talking and me talking. It's far more than that. Okay, so here are some of the comments that people would like to say about the courses that they've taken. Yes, good experiences from Joanne. Thank you for your classes. They have changed my life in so many ways. Thank you, Deborah. Okay. And Jacqueline again is saying, yes, mine too. They changed my life in so many ways. I am so grateful. And you're welcome, Lauren. And, you know, that's why we do this. You know, if I sat back on my laurels and I didn't actively step forward with all of you guys, I never in a million years thought that I would be doing what I'm doing or helping the way that I'm helping or participating with spirit the way that I am. And it surprises even me. I think it probably surprises even you too, hey, Paul?
Yeah, I think when you're following your purpose or your divine purpose or something, you don't really know how you're doing it all the time. It just comes through you a lot of time, and things just happen like spontaneously, and the energy's just there. When the energy's just there, then things happen for you. Like the universe is like working in your favor, basically, and it just feels better. And that's one of the things that we're going to touch on quite a bit is your purpose here on Earth. Like what is it? Like where are you going to go next, and how do you find that? How do you be in touch with who you are and be in touch with that? Because a lot of us, you know, here on Earth, we're so ungrounded. We don't know what we even want or who we even are or where to even go from there.
Yeah.
And part of it's, a lot of times, part of it is where do you want? What do you want? Where do you want to go? So, and that's what the part of this course helps you find out, I believe. And it's not just, oh, it's just the course. It's a 1 week course. It's multidimensional. It happens on so many levels through your higher self and through so many weeks after the course. So you're just going to be able to absorb information, you know, look at some of the material that was in the course and absorb that months down the road, because it always like kicks something off. I noticed that when I took a lot of your mediumship courses, it never happened during a lot of times it didn't happen for me during the course. It always manifested afterwards.
Wow.
Because I would set my intent during the course. Oh, I want to open my channels. I want to be able to channel spirit. But a lot of times it would happen, you know, months down the road or even a month later or things like that. And I would learn all of that I needed to know in the course, but it didn't fully absorb until a little bit later on, which is kind of cool.
People tell me they start feeling things like weeks before the courses start, and then during the course it's like full on, and then even the course, and their friends and family members are like, what is up with you? There's something different with you. What's happened? And they're like, I took a course, and you know, Spirit says to me many times over, I didn't realize this at first, but I kept hearing people come to me with, you know, experiences and stories and telling me stuff. And yeah, well, we work on you guys while you're in the course. As soon as you sign up for the course, the gates open. They're going to be working on you and with you through the entire time. So get ready to rumble.
Yeah, before I think I took one of your courses, I was spiritual, but I was kind of ungrounded, and I didn't know where I wanted to go. I wasn't very stable. And then once I took one of your courses and going into, and then I just started to feel more grounded, more of myself, and more stable. And people notice that around me. They're like, something's different with you. You kind of you know more of what you want, and you're more grounded, and like you're less like all over the place. And that's one thing that I've always liked, is just being more grounded. Has really helped me a lot in my life.
You know, my Starseed experience on Earth is vastly different than Paul's, and that's another thing that we want to showcase during this course, is that it's not all cupcakes and rainbows. Like, you know, my experience in a lot of ways has been cupcakes and rainbows growing up, versus yours is completely different. It depends on how many incarnations have you had on Earth, how many different, vastly different ET origins have you had that is so different than Earth, and it's like fitting a square peg into a round hole here on Earth. It's very hard and difficult. If you've had Pleiadian lifetimes, and then you come to Earth, it's going to be a lot easier. It just is. And this isn't just us talking out our you-know-whats. This is like thousands of readings that I've had over the past 4 years, conversing with different ETs that have come to visit, different Starseed family members that are with people, and you finding out who your Starseed family members are during this course as well, and them talking with us. And it is absolutely fascinating. It's jaw-dropper, and this is a culmination of the past 4 years of non-stop communication with spirit through readings, courses, and in our personal lives that we're bringing into this course. So here's a question from Lance. He's looking at jobs in Nevada and Arizona. He's been in Florida for too long, and so he's hoping to find a job there. And he's wanting some feedback on that. Maybe Erik can pass along some guidance on that. You want to take one?
Yeah, sure. I do feel like you probably are sensing this as well. What's his name again?
Lance.
Lance is probably sensing this as well, that he feels like things need to get moving. Some things need to get moving.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it would be good for him to go somewhere else or do something else in a different state. I also get Florida is not the best vibrational frequency, and in the future it's not going to be like one of the higher vibrational states. So they want you to just migrate to something that's more high vibrational, or a stepping stone of something that's more high vibrational.
Mm-hmm.
And they want you to know that you deserve this, like you need this in a way. Like give yourself a pat on the back. Like it's okay. And they want this for you. They want this for you.
Okay. Nope. I'm tuning in to see if there's anything else, and they're like, nope, that's it. That is the message. Florida, you can feel it, Lance. Florida.
Yeah.
Arizona, I get Arizona, better. Nevada, Arizona, anywhere in Nevada, Arizona. I'm getting more of a pull towards Arizona. Okay, but they're both better than Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, there we have it. Well, thank you, Cheryl. I'm glad you enjoyed your reading with me and my courses. You're so sweet. Does Erik have any guidance for Cheryl?
Okay, yeah, we can.
Is there something that he'd like to say? I usually don't take those questions. Usually I want something specific, but we'll just leave the door open for Erik. Aww. I can feel him laughing through my body. Like a chuckle.
I also feel like there's certain light codes that you are to receive through your head chakra.
She said she gave her notice at her job today, and she's moving on. That's a huge step, because I know how much you love those little ones there at your job, Cheryl. But if it's time, it's time.
Yeah, I just feel like the energy is a go. It's go.
It's go time. It feels very open too, and very light and very good.
Yeah, it's a lot in my heart. It's
Yeah,
almost kind of like hard to focus on what
it's
I'm
yeah,
channeling
yeah.
because
It's through the head all the way through the chest to the stomach, very open.
it's almost like there's an anxiety feeling about it too, like or an excitement.
Yeah, yeah. She's probably feeling that. All I get is go, 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 go. It's time to go. It's past due time. Is the other thing I get.
Also, I feel like whatever direction she takes is better from where she was at. So if she were just to kind of do like anything else, like it would be still be better from like so I see her kind of like going like this, like going utterlesses, but like any of these ones that she's looking at here are better than where she was
Uh,
at.
that's 100% accurate from what I know about Cheryl. I know that's accurate, 100%, what you just channeled there. And the whole trying this and checking this out and trying, that's exactly what's happening. Yep. So I'm just speaking for you, Cheryl. Hope you're okay with that. Abria says, your courses have given me much more confidence in my channeling abilities. Thank goodness. Because if beer minimum, thank goodness for that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the energy just flows automatically. Yes. Aw, they're so welcome, Toby. All right, we're moving down the pipeline here because we have a few minutes left. All right. Catherine is asking, can you help me know if this house move I am preparing for is the right one for us, or should I wait for something different? Been waiting 3 years already. All right, Catherine, come along with me. Feel in your body. Is this right? Or are you getting a slight pullback in your body? I'm getting a pullback.
Me too.
Yeah. And I almost get like someone taking my shoulder and holding me back. That's the other thing. I feel like your team is like,
I feel like logically in your head you think it feels good, but you gotta feel in your body
yeah.
because especially a lot of people right now they want to buy a house or get into the real estate market. It's a good investment or certain things, and maybe that's good logically, but you gotta look in and see how it feels because it's not always how it is logically, is it?
Do you want you to just give it more time? Okay. But I don't know how far into this you already are. And the feeling is you've already taken steps. Yes. So she's saying logically it feels good, but spiritually I'm not sure it's, yeah. So there's two ways about going through life. One is you're in the head. I think that's a good idea. I'll go do it. Logically in the head, it feels good. And the second way is feeling in the body with a quiet mind. And that's you tuning into your team and your higher self. Is this in alignment with my highest and best good at this time? And I get a pull back, a total pullback just for you to wait. Okay. So the way that spirit would like us to go about through life is quiet the mind and feel if it feels best.
Yeah, when
I
I
knew
asked,
it. I knew it, Catherine. You put the first forms in. I knew that you'd already taken action steps on this, but you can step back and you can step back from this, and this is what they're recommending at this time. They know you've been waiting for a long time, but good things, you know that saying, something about good things come, even, you know that saying about, sometimes you wait for the good things to come. Good things. Good things take time. Good things take time. Okay. So logically versus if this is best in the body. And if you're feeling this tight pullback this strongly in the beginning, I would wait, because if it's this strong, it's just going to be like this. And I wouldn't want to feel this kind of tightness in the body. It's not good. So I would wait. And if it's this strong, there's a reason why they're asking you to wait. There's something here that's not right. Okay. Oh, I love it. Clea's saying Paul is a gifted medium too. Kudos. Great reading with you. So that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Sometimes, you know, I don't always want to channel for myself. So sometimes I'll go to Paul and ask him a question or two and he'll channel for me too. And it's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you're really close to something in your life, it's hard to step back and be like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, look at it from an objective point of view.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Thank you. They're typing good things to happen to those who wait. Thank you. Okay. All right. So in regards to Toby, I see you in the sun and I see you hanging out with your daughter for a while. You're with her or nearby her. And I see you there for a while. So how long is this? Like 6 months, something like this, just enjoying the good weather and company, and then let the next steps come to you when you're nice and relaxed. When we're stressed out and we're worried, this is not when we think about our next steps. We just relax, get into that relaxed state, whether it's a hot bath or a nice relaxing day, nice good nap time, go out and lay out in the sunshine, wait for a few months is what they're asking, and then take it.
Yeah, when we're talking about listening to your emotions, we're not talking about just being an emotional wreck and just let go and just let your emotions take control of you and your worry and your fear. We're talking about, oh, get a little bit grounded, go sit by a tree, and then get a quiet mind, and then be like, oh, what do I really feel with this certain decision or this certain like question, you know?
Because we all know what it's like to go banging around out there where we're ungrounded and we're making decisions that aren't best for us, and then we make decisions that aren't in alignment, and then we have to sit with that, and we have to live in that location, or we have to live in that place for a certain period of time, right? Until we move or shift in some direction. One thing I can say is during my readings, predominantly, Spirit is guiding people to move to the West Coast. Energetically, if a person is ready, or there's a reason or a purpose, maybe other than energy, to go to the West Coast, but energetically, it is all along the West Coast of North America. When individuals ask where they should be moving, that is 95% of the time where Spirit is guiding people to move. Okay.
And you'd be surprised, things just kind of happen for you if you live more in the present moment. And that's really good because your logical mind is going to take you into the future, it's going to take you into the past all the time. But if you're living in the present moment, that's going to take you where you need to go a lot of the time. You don't necessarily need to ask in and feel everything, because you know, when you're in the present moment, you just know. And that's the problem, is that we're always up here, so then we have to like switch back and forth. But if we're in the present moment, we are that moment, we are one in that moment.
It's a
And we,
knowingness when you're in the
yeah,
moment. But if you're always in the past and you're always in the future and the ego's running amok, the mind is too busy. There's too many fragmented thoughts. Bring it back to the moment. Bring in the stillness. We don't have to be thinking all the time. Nina's wondering if she knows that self-employment's in her future, but I wouldn't use the word block there, Nina. Let's and throw that right out the door. But she's a little bit curious as to what is next. If there's any hint.
okay.
You want to take that one?
Nina. I get more of the same, something more of the same. I just get like a steadiness, but it's not a bad feeling. It's like a good feeling. I just feel like I'm holding steady, but I'm going forward. But I'm in my boat, but I'm steady. I don't feel like a need to go anywhere, go do a ton of things. I feel like I'm in the right place and I'm doing what I need to do. So I'm getting with Nina, but Hopefully that's right.
I'm also getting an unveiling. It will be unveiled to you when it's meant to, when it's time, when it's best. So until then, we hold steady. Lord knows I had to wait 12 years for that, Nina. Back then, things were way slower, so I don't think anyone's going to have to wait that long now. Things will be moving much faster, but it's just a matter of waiting for divine timing to unveil this to you, for you. I have an energy coming in above me, so I'm just going to tune into this energy for a minute. Okay, so I've got source, universal oneness, God, light and love, however which way you want to describe this energy coming in. And source is asking us to ground often. It's really imperative that you ground your energy often. And source is asking you directly to please ground often, because there is much more light frequency coming and permeating the planet. And as each year passes, if we want to believe in linear time, things will be ramping up more and more and more and escalating, okay? Escalating. So it's really important for you to ground yourselves and to hold steady. For those who are ungrounded, in a place of more of a chaotic life or chaotic mind, okay, more busy mind, this will be very turbulent for you. So in order to make things easier on ourselves, it's really important to hold steady, ground your energy often, and learn to quiet and still the mind more so. And when things get bumpy or uneasy with ascension symptoms, lack of sleep, it's really important to hold steady, because the more you buck the current, the more you get more upheaval, more irritated, more ramped up like this. The more you'll rock the boat. And then the boat, you know, when you start rocking a boat in the water, it just keeps going on its own. Okay? So we don't want to rock things and make things harder on ourselves than they ought to be. Okay. All right. Okay. So any last words of wisdom, Erik? And Avery is asking if we are going to be offering the Starseed Experience course in the future. We are tentatively looking about fall right now, in the fall. Okay. And last words from Erik are, he says, go shine your lights brightly, but be thug-like, thug life if you need to be. Okay, so go shine your lights brightly, but if you need to pull out the thug life and hold your boundaries and stand up for yourselves, do it. Anything else you want to say through you, Paul?
I think you thought that would be funny with you holding up a thug life symbol or something. So.
I know. Not hilarious. So go be bright and shine bright, but if you need to hold your ground, hold it. Thug life. And then I feel like I need the glasses. Anything else that you can hear? You know what I hear him saying? Go show them the way, Paul. Go show them the way, Paul.
I also feel him saying, yeah, life happens for you. It's not happening to you. Yeah. So go out there and just make it. Do what you want to do.
Yeah. And you know what else he's saying? He's like, go show them the way, Paul. Go show them how you can turn this shit around and make it your best life, rather than sinking and trying to keep your head above the surface all the time. Show them how they can turn it around, because many of them need this, especially those who are younger, similar or around your age group.
I also feel like he was saying, you know, do things your own way. You're not gonna be like everyone else. It's not gonna be like everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying if you need to, you can always emulate or take things that you like from others,
mm-hmm.
especially if you're a starseed.
Yeah. Like the way I do readings is going to be different than how somebody else does readings, but I do it my way, and I do it predominantly with the angels and our spirit guides, mostly with the guardian angels, but I do it my way. The way that resonates with me, the way that I've signed up for, obviously, with them to do it.
Also, feel him saying doing things your own way is what we're meant for. It's what we're meant to do. Yeah. We're all supposed to be unique here.
Yep. Totally.
But at the same time, you can always look at others and emulate things that they do, especially if you are more not knowing of what you want or who you are, really. not in that way, but like, I know some of the things that he is pointing to is some things that I've taken from you, like being more grounded, some of these different things, some of this like Palladian energy that I need in my life, or some of this or that. What do I need to surround myself around so that I can be more aligned with who I am and my purpose here? Mm-hmm. I need that grounded energy in my life to be able to go forth. So I'm still doing things my own way, but I'm just taking things here and there from what I need, basically.
You know, I never used to always be grounded. I was probably the epitome of not grounded when I was younger. But when things start to shift and you start moving in a different direction, so health issues, becoming sober, starting to communicate with the angels, but the angels really helped to ground the heck out of me. And, you know, if you think about being self-employed and helping other people, whether you do it the way that I'm doing it or in some other way, you better be grounded. You better be grounded. Because if you're going to go out there and help the masses, you know, there's moments where I'm like, you know, because I like to laugh and have fun. But when it comes to like helping the masses, you better be grounded. Better be ready to rumble. And that grounded just helps to bring in that peace and calm in you, so you know you can handle anything in life, anything at all. And the angels are right by your side, and they'll help you help you right alongside of you. You can handle anything. You can
groundedness is pretty like underrated sometimes, because you can handle like way more. You can handle way more responsibility or a workload, or be able to focus on multiple different things at once, because you're coming from a space of, you know, groundedness, and nothing can really rock you.
You can handle anything. Yeah, literally. And something will come to rock your boat, and you're like, wow, if I was ungrounded right now, this would really rock me, but I'm holding so solid. The other night I was kind of stressed out, and I said, Agnes, what would you like to say about this right now, my guardian angel? And she goes, trustful. So that's all she said to me was trustful. So like, chill out and just trust the journey is going to be okay. That's all she had to say to me. And I was like, okay. So on the last note I'll say to everybody is trustful. All right, Paul.
Thank you. All right, this was fun.
I'm like going off. See, I'm ungrounded now. Paul's grounded.
No, I'm believe me, I'm off in space right now after channeling for that long. I'm like,
and so important.
I'm not even here right now.
You know, when we are channeling now, we go ground ourselves. Yeah. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. We will see you very soon in the Starseed Origin course. If you want to sign up, we're going to put the links above and below this video, so check them out. Okay?
Yes. Thug life. Bye.
Thug life. Bye.